This is Pepsi. He's hanging out here on the back porch. A beautiful day here. Not a worry in the world. Or maybe he's just happy because the cats of Springfield are now safe. Hey everyone, I am waiting for our AC repairman to get here. And this has been a nightmare week. Luckily, it's been a little chilly here in Florida lately, right? It was in the 50s this morning. Alexa, what's the temperature? 70 degrees. So that's wintertime weather. But we have been without air conditioning for a week. But if you're going to be without air conditioning in Florida, this has been the 1 week because we've had what we call a cold front. High today of 70, that's a Florida cold front. This is one of the little tiny oranges that's growing on our new orange tree. I was hoping to have some bigger oranges already, but I guess it's going to be next year. Here's the unit. This unit is 2 months old. And what's happened with it is, well, not working because the computer motherboard has fried. And it is a very difficult part to get. This is the inside unit. So what I did today, because they've been putting us off, we can't find the part, we can't get the part. It might be weeks before we can get the part, and I pulled out the warranty and read the warranty today. I've never read through a warranty in my life, and I went through this one, and when I saw the installation replacement clause, I called them up today, and they've been giving us every story in the book. Oh, the part, it's going to be on the truck today. We're coming out. That was like 2 days ago. Oh, it wasn't on the truck. Maybe it'll be on the truck tonight. Maybe it'll be on the truck tomorrow. So I called them today, and I said, listen, it's been a week. You're not able to get the part. I don't believe the part's coming. You haven't been able to find the part. You keep putting me off. I said, I have the warranty right here, and it says that there is a warranty or a warranted installation replacement clause in this. I want a new unit. You got to give me a new unit. You can't get the part. I just bought this unit 2 months ago. It was installed. You got to give me the replacement. It's in the warranty. And they said, well, I got to talk to the owner of the company and all this stuff. And I said, well, can I hold while you do that? And they said, no, I got to track them down. I'll get back to you. I was really like, this is going nowhere. And then Kathy got a text message like 30 minutes later, maybe even less. And they said, we found the part. We're going to have somebody out today. And I just got the text. They're on their way. So they're going to be here in less than 30 minutes. This is the old control board that I had for about 20 years at our studio in Coral Springs. So right there it says Steve Mike. I don't know why it doesn't say Steve. It says Steve Mike. Brian Mike. Phone. Everything else has come off of it. I know, look, there's a dead bug. I have it covered up in plastic. I uncovered it to show you guys. This board would still work if it was plugged in. I kept it just out of nostalgia. So I think what happened when I called them up and told them about the installation replacement clause, I think they took the part out of a new unit and they're bringing it to put into, well, my new unit. But miraculously, they found the part that they've not been able to get. This is usually very clean. All that dirt and dust, that's all stuff that fell off the plastic. So I'll clean this off before I cover it back up. But I keep this just for nostalgia. This is the exact wine that they were serving at Mar-a-Lago. So all these people that say that Trump is some kind of prohibitionist who doesn't want anyone around who has a sip of alcohol, they explain this. It's Friday morning, 4:35. Just got in the car to head to the radio station. Friday, of course, is Open MAGA Mike Friday, open phones on Friday. But I still do show prep, you know. the way that I prep for the show is, well, it's two reasons. One, there's a lot of hot stories that I want to talk about. But also, I plan for the show each day when I do my show prep in the morning as if I'm not going to take a single call. And I always take calls, really, for the most part. But you never know. There might be something really big you want to get off your chest. And I don't like to use callers as a crutch. I always plan like I'm not going to take a call or not even get calls. And a lot of times, people assume, and it's really interesting how people view the show. However, most of the people I talk to are callers. So only a very tiny percentage of people who listen to any show actually call in. So most people don't call in, but the feedback is from callers. And a lot of people assume that I take calls as soon as they come in, or if I'm not taking calls, I don't have callers on hold. I hear that a lot from people, and that's just not the case. Sometimes there's things I want to talk about, and turning, if you just go to the phones, and I know people that do radio shows that do that, they don't really talk about much of anything, and they just go to the phones nonstop. That's not really hosting a show. You've got to talk about what interests you, what you think interests the audience, and just throwing it open to callers every day is, well, that's not work. And I've known people my entire career who have done that. But today, what I made for the thumbnail, and it's an interesting thing because I set the YouTube video up before I leave the house. And I've got to set the thumbnail. And then sometimes when I'm driving in, I do listen to the news a little bit, or I'll be thinking about things. I'll change my mind on what I want to lead with. I don't always lead with what the thumbnail is. Like right now, for Friday, the thumbnail is about Pete Hegseth. And during yesterday's show, I did something that I haven't done too many times during the show. I've done it, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times during the show ever, if that many. The thumbnail on the YouTube video yesterday morning was about Elon Musk being the richest man, not just in the world, the richest man ever. And I had a thumbnail about Elon Musk and Trump in that. And the media trying to make a story that he's supporting Trump because it helps his business. His net worth, Elon's net worth, has doubled since the election. And they're acting as if there's some type of political corruption there. And I had the thumbnail about that. And then, when I got on the air, I was listening to all the news stories, and I saw online so much about the drones. I wanted to talk about the drones, and that took off. It really did take off yesterday. So I changed directions, and during the show, I actually changed the thumbnail to a thumbnail about the drones in New Jersey. And I did that during a commercial break. Very rare for me to do that. Sometimes I'll change the thumbnail after the show, or I'll get off the air and I'm in the car and I'm talking to Kathy and I'll ask her to change it. But I don't even do that very often. Just stopped for my coffee, and I was doing a live stream on YouTube on the way here. When I live stream on the way in, typically what I do is I start live streaming. If you see me live streaming in the morning on my way to work, I start live streaming when I am in my car in the driveway or right in front of my house. And then I stop when I get to the coffee shop because I gotta pay for the coffee with my phone, right? With Apple Pay. And I want to check out the news one last time on this last little stretch to the radio station in case I've missed something, which I rarely do. I mean, if ever. Not for many, many years. So now, just heading to the radio station from Starbucks. Our air conditioning repair drama is getting more drama-filled. It's still not repaired. The repairman came yesterday, and after I talked to you guys, And he had the part, but then found there was something else that he had missed that he didn't bring the part for. So he's getting that part this morning, and he's coming back to, finally fix it, hopefully. So today is day 8 with no air conditioning. Now, luckily, we've had this cold front in Florida. You know, Kathy's health condition, she can't live without air conditioning in the house. We've had a cold front, and we've got this portable unit in our bedroom that we always keep because, like I was talking earlier, for hurricanes. Like if the power's out and the hurricanes have hit, we've got this air conditioning we put in our bedroom, and I can hook that up to the generator and keep Kathy air conditioned, because the medicines Kathy is on, they're called vasodilators. She's on a lot of medicines that are vasodilators that open up your blood vessels, and it makes you really hot. And it's already hot in Florida. But when this guy came yesterday, I couldn't believe when the AC repairman came to the house. It's from a major company. He is also the salesman that sold us this air conditioning unit that broke 6 weeks after we bought it brand new, and it was very expensive. It cost the same as the last 2 units we've had combined. Inflation's gone up, and we've got to have a really good air conditioning unit because of Kathy's health issues. And he started yelling at me in my garage. Part of the unit's in the garage, part of it's outside, and I couldn't believe it. And I dressed him down, and I couldn't believe it. And then he cooled off. And then about an hour went by, and he was in the house working on the thermostat, and he laid into me again in my living room. He raised his voice at me. I couldn't believe it, but I put him in his place. So, and it's really a tense moment we have going on here, and he's supposed to come to the house this morning. He's going to get the part this morning, and then come and finish the repair and get our air conditioning running today. But I have never had an experience like this, especially with a major purchase. I mean, this isn't, a pair of jeans I bought at Old Navy. This is a very expensive air conditioning unit for the whole house, and we've been using this company for years. And we're never going to use them again. As soon as this unit is working, I will never use this company again. I am really just flabbergasted by the whole thing. But it's one thing I've learned hosting a show all these years is how to handle people when they're out of control. And what had happened, I believe, what's happened here is, I think the air conditioner has malfunctioned because he installed it incorrectly, and he caused the computer boards inside the unit to fry. And when he pulled up in front of the house, I could tell when he got out of his car, out of the work truck, he was pissed. And usually when he comes to the house, he knocks on the door and says, "Hey, how you doing?" And he didn't do that. He just went and started working on the unit. And I could see that he was pissed. So I, through the window. So I went outside and said hello to him, good afternoon. And he started in on me right away. I was in shock. And what I think has happened, because, when it comes to air conditioning units, there's not a lot to them. He sold us the unit, so he got a commission. And the damage to the air conditioning unit has happened because he didn't install it correctly. What he did improperly, I don't really know. I'm not an AC expert. But his bosses know. So whatever the repair costs are, I'm guessing one of two things have happened. Maybe they took the repair cost out of his commission, which is possible, or they just yelled at him for causing this, because he wanted to blow his stack when he got there. I've never been treated like this by someone. That's why anytime, and I don't know if you husbands are like this, I'm like this, anytime someone comes to the house for a delivery or a repair, I always make sure I'm home. I never let anyone come to the house when I'm not home, when it's just Kathy. Never, never, never. And as an example, this guy, if I wasn't there and he came in, he would have been hot-headed with Kathy. It's not going to happen. So you know, maybe that's old-fashioned, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being old-fashioned. Who says old-fashioned is bad? So hopefully he'll be out today, like he says. Now in the morning, you know, I get off the air at 9. I have a place I have to be at 10 for a short meeting in person. So I'll be home by 10:30, you know. So that's still early morning for most people in that kind of work. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be there. I'll get a text message from the company when he's on his way. So if I get a text message, I'll skip my meeting and go straight home. But it's a mess. If they get it repaired today, I'll be very pleasantly surprised, but it'll make me happy too. Hey everyone, just getting into the radio studio and setting up, which is pretty involved. I gotta set up all kinds of stuff. These are to hold up the cameras for my live streams. Up there's the radio station. I just came out of the radio station, and these peacocks are on the wall. There's 4 of them. 3 on the wall right now, because one of them just jumped off the wall because he saw me. Pretty cool, huh? They are beautiful. When they have their tails out, it blows me away how big their tails are. They're massive. And they love people because everybody that works in this building feeds them.